Hey guys, welcome to a Roll for Adventure, episode 29. Yes, it is. I'm keeping going. I'm keeping it going. Um, just wanted to say thanks for keeping up so far, nearly 30 episodes. It's been a pretty long journey for our characters, especially last session for Strider. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to keep up with us, and we'll move on to the next episode.
Having seen a cluster of airships hovering above the city on your way back, you stopped by to chaos. Magic being flung through the streets directed at the automaton wardens of the city. Upon arrival, you were told that the wardens had been malfunctioning. You decided to move your way through the city in an attempt to find Carmine to get some more information and let her know what is happening. Upon doing so, you touched base with some individuals, making sure that Jim was all right, and pushing up, eventually in the direction of the gear, which you found was under siege by a few of these shield wardens. A group of mages already there, kind of helping to combat it. Carmine standing within the gear on the other side of this combat. You were able to quickly dispatch a few of these wardens with your newfound skills, and as more were approaching your position, the mages peeled off and told you to finish whatever business you needed to do. Carmine, looking like she hadn't slept in a few days, was thankful for the aid and began to inform you of some of what had happened. As you had seen on the way up, runes from that chamber that had pushed its way up through the city and attached itself to the gear had begun leaking, etching themselves into the rest of the building and attacking the core, the command center for the various wardens of the city, where attunement is held and commands are issued to the various machines. Upon arriving there, you met an individual that was unfamiliar to you by the name of Kylan, who introduced himself as being part of the gear on Chassanor, and with Strider's help to identify some of the runes, he was able to supposedly shut down the wardens, though he said it would still take several hours. You then parted ways, Lily and Yorna heading down to the House of Gold to try and see if you couldn't get some aid with your current curse, your wounds, and Strider heading into the Ring of Brass for the first time that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Upon arriving there, you saw a giant piloted dwarven mech running through the streets, taking care of the few wardens that were in the Ring of Brass. And eventually you came upon Sebastian's home, House Vaymak, a noble house that overlooks the rest of the city. Upon arriving there, in an uncertain moment of your reaction, you embraced him and chose to leave some negative thoughts elsewhere, exclaiming to him the potentially necessary step of taking your journey. Lily and Yorna made your way down to the House of Gold, meeting up with Daria and Seren, and eventually having a chat with Kelvar, the celestial high cleric of the house. Offered you a little bit of healing, removing some exhaustion and curing any wounds, or all that could be cured, and gave you a restful night's sleep. As Strider went home, gathered some things, and trekked off into the forest. Meeting once again with the grandfather Oak, offering a potent dose of dragon's blood, and beginning a ritual. Taking in that blood, taking in the sap of the tree, and through the twisted nightmares you'd already been seeing, infused with an inauguration, memories that had been twisted to challenge you. You pushed through, scraping by as the hag's visions pushed into your mind and accepting whatever the next step may be for you. Emerging from that tree hours later, having completed the rite and rested within, and falling to the ground, your hair now shock white, your need for roguish abilities left in the past, and your ties to the Bloodhunter class emboldened. As you fall to the ground, that last few drops of red leaving your mouth and hitting the grass beneath you, you rested for a time inside that tree. After the rite was complete, after you had succeeded, held you long enough for a long rest. But your body feels tense, your arms aching, your legs just able to carry you. And as you kind of take in your surroundings, you're in there for a while. It's probably already 8 a.m. The sun quite heavily piercing the tree line.
How long does it take to get back to the city?
About an hour and a half.
Oh, shit. I turn to the grandfather tree. I thank you for the chance, that opportunity. There were tough visions to overcome. However, I did learn a few things from them. Some things I already knew, like I was lacking in following this code, and now I properly understand it and what it needs of me. But I also was not trying hard enough to find her either. So I need a favor from you. If at any point she shows up, I want you to sneakily drop this in her bag or pocket, anything, to get it on her. And I'll just give him a silver coin.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be able to use some sort of magic to track it at some point. I fear the time will come eventually where maybe the city will need us to find each other more than we need to find each other ourselves.
You place that coin on the little notch in the tree where you previously placed a letter, and no words are spoken, but the bark kind of grows around it and pulls it into the tree.
Well, I gotta get going because I'm gonna be late as it is already, and they gotta start looking for me. So I pick up my armor. Not really having time to put it on right now, so I'm just gonna put it on the horse, and I'm gonna help Rogue up and settle him and get going as quickly as I can.
as soon as you start making enough noise for Rogue to wake up, you get this sense of a very nervous animal that is like almost instantly put at ease, as he knows that you have survived through the night. Yeah.
Let's give him a pat. It's all right. I'll get you a treat once I have time.
As you begin to make your way back through the forest, Lily and Yorna, you awake in the House of Gold in the small private chamber that you'd been led to. Calvar still standing over you as you awaken, his hands alight in a golden glow. And as your eyes open, one by one, he drops that protective ward.
Calvar, this was greatly helpful, and you need to tell me if there's anything the Legion can do for you, if I can do it for you.
They already do all they need to. You're much welcome.
Thank you.
You have a tough journey ahead.
All right, we'd better wait outside for Strider then.
So what are we doing?
I don't want to risk further damage. I don't want to lose any of you to the Fey realm, so you will stay put and we will try and find a cure for you while we're there.
All right. Just gotta put trust in you, I suppose.
Don't worry.
Don't fuck it up.
I've got you.
Daria, gets to her feet
Oh.
and kind of pulls herself out of the main chamber. Still, even though there's no pain associated with it, the body still aches with 3 giant wounds through the chest that go in the back and out the stomach.
I definitely don't want to lose you.
Be quick then.
Will do. All right, let's head out. And thanks again, Calvar.
Of course.
All right, and I just start heading out to the front.
Yeah, make your way out.
The House of Gold.
What's the plan for the morning?
Well,
Wait.
wait for Strider.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Where are you going? What are you doing?
just hovering outside of the House of Gold.
Okay.
Actually, while I'm out there, I want to see what is the state of the Warden versus city fight. Like, how is it progressed?
Give me a perception check as you walk out into the morning air.
Oh my god.
Everything's on fire. That's a nice
It's
morning.
not
Oh.
a disadvantage. Amazing. 23.
23. All right. Taking a look around, you can still see smokestacks kind of coming from a few buildings. You can see embers dying out in some buildings that have fallen to the ground. But aside from what sounds like 1 or 2 very minor scuffles off in the city, there seems to be a much more peaceful silence.
Who does it look like is winning?
You can see Legion and Mage now patrolling the streets.
Okay.
You can see that while, yes, the carnage of the wardens that were dealt with is still lining the buildings, that there are several automatons that look like they just shut down in place.
Sick. Okay. Well, at least the situation has improved out here.
Glad that everyone got out safe. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's always some residents who are less keen to leave their belongings behind, but you don't really get that down here in the Ring of Earth. Everyone's pretty more concerned with their lives.
How do you think Strider's doing?
I look at my imaginary watch. I hope he's doing all right. It's already, what's the time?
I think by the time you guys are out here, maybe 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got time before I start getting worried. Though, I trust he will pull through.
I trust him too. He seems like very capable.
Exactly. We need not worry about him, I think.
Fuck, I'm late.
I actually want to look around and see if I can see if there's any of the mage generals around.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
19.
19.
Yes.
You can see that there are, in places like full mage battalions, like the mage lieutenants, followed by 4 or 5 soldiers that are kind of wandering around in groups. So there'd be a few patrolling.
Can I go up to one?
Yeah.
I just want to go alone and then just ask one of them if ask who their commander is.
Walk over to a high elven female individual. By human standards, she looks like she's maybe in her mid-30s, but for a high elf, that could range anywhere from 150 to 400.
Oh.
And you walk up to this individual. Sorry, can I help you?
If it's not too much, do you think you can tell me who your commander is?
We're currently serving under Standing Captain Ellery of House Feathertail.
She is in charge of all of you?
At present, yes.
And what of your previous commander?
It gives you this kind of up and down look. What did you say your name was?
Lily. I came here to the city for the festival. I've read about Chassenor's history and their people.
Give me a charisma check here. Actually, make this... You can choose if this is persuasion or performance.
Either one. Let's go with persuasion, and that is a 22.
22. Curious, I didn't know that there was such interest in our politics. Our previous captain has gone missing.
Any information about that? Or is that, classified?
Classified and, unfortunately, slim.
I see. It's quite unfortunate.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for your time.
Of course. This kind of, puzzled look. She, watches you kind of head back, kind of shakes her head and continues with her patrol.
What was that about?
Just want to ask about what's happening in Chassenor.
Chassenor?
Mm-hmm.
You have an interest?
I find it very interesting.
It is a floating island. I can see the appeal.
I always wanted to see what it would look like looking down at the whole land.
Probably very nice. I haven't been myself.
I mean, I've heard that they don't get weather up there. So I was like, ooh. Wonder if it's just sunny every day.
And suppose you're up above it all. Interesting.
Would you want to go to Chassenor?
I don't see the reason to. I mean, I might for the sightseeing, but I don't know how they are with tourists, so it's not high on the list.
Guess that's true. Maybe when we get your druid powers back, we can show them what druids are like.
Could do, but there's also plenty of us down here. It doesn't have to be me. Could be one of the elders, in fact, better representative.
Well, I think you have a lot of potential.
I appreciate hearing that from you.
Well, I think highly of you. You're strong and can swing weapons that I can't.
You know, it's nice hearing it, actually. Thank you.
Where is that strider?
I don't know.
At this point, it's about 8:30.
Shouldn't we, like, at least, like, backtrack the trail a bit?
Well, remind me, Strider's idea of morning is pretty early, if I recall. He's a bit of a early bird. So it feels strange that he isn't here yet. Do you want to go?
Well, what were his exact words for us waiting here?
I don't know if I wrote the exact
You said,
words.
what, wait till 9, I'm doing something?
Yeah.
Till 9?
Yeah.
All right. Till 9 o'clock. Indeed. It's just
I
a
see.
very convenient sundial.
Go ahead, give me an animal handling check. Yeah, see how quick you can get back into town.
Oh. It was really good for a bit. 8.
Hey. As you're getting near kind of the lower hills of this forest where the trees kind of break into the city, maybe still another 10, 15 minutes out, the sun's definitely high enough that it's probably past 9 in the morning. As the two of you are still kind of waiting outside in the square before the House of Gold.
Do you think he got hurt?
Maybe we should check to see if his house collapsed. Maybe he's stuck.
Stuck in his house?
Maybe.
Oh,
We can start making our way there.
I feel like one of us should wait here and then another person go.
All right. Do you want to go? I think,
To
no.
his house?
Probably better where it is. I think you've been there a few more times than me. I'll wait out here.
Okay. I won't take long.
All right. Don't get lost.
Gets lost.
Which way was it?
It was that way.
The city looks a little different right now.
This house is just gone.
Okay, as you start making your way, kind of weaving past the front gate and up through some of the streets in the direction of Strider's house, you can continue to see more of the damage that has been done by the wardens that have been ravaging through here the last 2 or 3 days. And, I mean, it's not the shortest walk. It probably takes you about 20 minutes to reach Strider's home. And as you're kind of walking up the little entranceway through the trees, and you can kind of see the house in front of you, start to hear a very rapid clopping of horse hooves, like rearing down the street.
I turn around.
Sorry. It was
You're
really...
here! What happened?
I
Healing word.
Aww.
have a lot of injuries. I'm weirdly fine health-wise, so you don't need to do that.
What?
More potion stuff. It's completed.
You dyed your hair.
No, it's like it just was a bypass of the potions.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel weak and a little wobbly, but other than that, I feel better than ever.
You look like you're about to die.
Well, you see, the potion thing was a very gruesome thing, and I only just woke up like an hour ago, and then realized I was gonna be late.
Then head to the house and go. They can help you feel better.
Well, let me at least put Rogue away.
Okay.
That's what I need him. I'll take him with me.
As you would also notice at this point, his eyes that are usually only altered after drinking one of his concoctions are now permanently black with the green coloring, and he is completely shirtless and covered with marks where tree branches have clearly hit him at high speed.
Whiplashes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
scratches,
Oh my
You
God.
start
eyes.
pulling Rogue around to the side of the building.
Well, yeah, a lot of things changed, but it's just a part of the stuff I told you guys to trust me about.
And you're okay? Nothing's bad besides the wounds from the hag?
No, the hag tried to interfere in my sleep, and I managed to kind of imaginary bitch slap her out of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can kind of push back against her, you can have a better chance of not having her get in your head.
How do I do that?
Just hold on to what you think is true. It's my best
What I
advice.
think is true. I am a good singer.
Yes, yep. I'm sure that's the only nightmare she's going to give you is you failing on stage.
I don't want that.
We lead very different lives. I'm going to put Rogue away, actually.
Okay.
Wait,
All right.
Um,
Take a moment to tie him up.
grab my armor,
Yeah.
and I'm going to, like, as we're walking, try, like, get raised. Really just peek in my house, see if anyone fell over on my trap.
Give me a perception check.
13.
No, it looks to be as you left it.
Alright. As we're walking, and I put my armor on, I'll keep my necklace on the outside of my armor now instead of under it.
Yeah.
Someone tried to break into my house while we're gone.
Who would want to break into your house?
Yeah, I have no idea. Didn't steal anything. Understandable.
I like to inside check that.
Sure.
Did they steal something? Clearly not. You sure?
Try your best.
14.
Nat 1. So I'm sure if they didn't steal anything.
I'm sure they didn't steal anything.
Yeah, they just looked at my shit. Everything was just slightly askew.
Oh.
To be fair, there's really
mean,
nothing in there to steal.
Yeah, your house is kind of gory and disgusting.
Okay, well that's...
Mainly because of the ingredients, not because of how it looks.
Okay. Less uncalled for. That's a fair statement.
See, you understand.
Yeah, well, if I can afford a house that can have a separate room just for the potion making stuff, then potentially I might have a better looking house.
Could ask is give you like a fancy workshop.
I was gonna start charging him more, actually.
How much more?
Don't know yet. I saw his family's house. Made me realize how much money he probably has.
My ball.
Not
Did
your
you-
ball.
Did you have a chance to?
Good lord.
Did you have a chance to read any of that book yet?
Not yet. I've been mainly resting and getting help from the wing dude.
Well, let's see if it can help me with my slight issue.
Issue?
Yeah, my hag
the
minus
hag.
1 HP thing.
He'll deal with that. Don't worry.
Head back to the House of Gold.
All right. You head back in the direction of the House of Gold. Yorna now standing in the front courtyard that kind of pushes up into the entrance of the house. As you can see, Yorna kind of looking around at a crowd of about 300 people now pushing out of the house and back into the city to check their homes and see the damage as the house starts to empty out, and you notice Strider and Lily approaching.
Strider.
I waited from afar.
And I'll like walk up to you guys. Your hair.
Yep. I finished the potion, and it seems to have some side effects. Being I put my
That
head
and
down.
your eyes look different.
Yes, they're green now, which makes sense.
But no, I like the hair. Looks nice.
Thank you. I don't know what I feel about it yet, but I think it makes me feel distinguished, perhaps.
Listen, white hair is the way to go.
Fair.
It just makes me think you're getting old.
I'm the youngest one here, so that's pretty insulting.
No
I mean-
comment.
Could be an elf, like
Yeah.
similar to an elf, how they age, and like don't really change much.
Well, hard to believe, but technically my eye color before they were dragons was green, so feels a little more.
Like you?
Yeah, it's a little easy to look at, but the black constantly is kind of like looking at a demon in the face when I see a mirror.
Well, how do you feel?
Mentally, better, but like physically just exhausted. I felt like I was in combat for like 24 hours, and then woke up and realized I was late, and then rushed on a horse.
We had wondered what had happened to you.
Yeah, I only just got dressed now. I did not have time. So I'm a little groggy. However, I heard that you guys know someone that can do wonders.
Oh, well, I mean, we have asked a lot from Kelvar, and
That's
I don't
fair.
know if he's got anything left.
To be fair, I don't really need assistance, if I'm to be honest.
You honestly just look like you need food.
Yeah, well, we got the 20 rations on us.
We do. Well, do we want to chow down on some rations and then head out? The sooner the better. We need to get to Wood End.
Yeah, how long is Wooden from here?
How long is Wood End from here?
We're taking
Then I'll-
non-stop travel, or are we taking resting in the middle travel?
Oh, but that means long resting.
I think we have to rest in the middle just because Rogue's been doing trips non-stop, no
Oh.
rest, and then with me.
Well, I guess it is what it is.
2 full days of travel if you take a night.
I can potentially help with one of your guys' dreams.
It's a wisdom thing, right?
Yeah.
I have a +3 in wisdom.
I think I have a +2. Yeah, +2.
Maybe take care of Lily. I'll try and,
Yeah.
brute force it.
We'll see.
Besides, I feel pretty well rested now, so I think I could take it. I think
To
I
be
could
fair, it
take it.
might not work on someone of Lily's genetics, potentially.
I have advantage on being charmed.
She also meditates, so I don't know if sleeping equals meditation too well.
True. Might be considered a different state, though I feel like if anyone could get around that, it would be the night hag.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, we can decide that closer to the time, but yes, I think we do full day's travel, sleep in the middle, another full day's travel, and get there in the evening, and
Yeah.
decide what to do then.
You need to grab your horse,
Yes.
and I need to grab mine.
All right.
What the hell's your horse?
Oh, at the stable, I think. Or at
Didn't
the gate.
we leave them at the bottom of the steps to the low stone?
Oh, we did.
The
Well, you might have.
stone circle. I think we did.
You took yours to your
Oh
house.
no! Yeah. No, you would have. You
I
would have
left
dropped
mine.
yours. Would you have taken yours with me as well? Like, would they both be at my place?
We never stated where Lily ended up leaving hers.
No.
I would
So
have
probably
said that I
yours.
would have taken
Yeah.
your horse as
Yeah.
well. I wouldn't have just left it. Yeah. So,
Alright.
well, we can head. Well, or I can just head back to my place. I left the horses there.
No, I gotta grab mine then.
All right.
She could have just borrowed with me, but he deserves a little break.
All right. Well, let's get the horses then, and then I think we leave.
Sweet. Go team then.
Not the go team.
We still need to come up with a team name.
Oh.
The Silver Blades.
But you may need
Yeah, but you got a
silver
silver tongue because you're persuasion, and then we both have silver hair. Play on words. You know, I'm not the best
We
at this.
can workshop it.
The triple threat.
I'm already walking away after that one.
Maybe we also just leave that one for later. I think right now I can't be thinking of team names. It's not on my brain.
As I walk away, I'm like, there's at least 5 team names called the Triple Threat in the city already.
All right, we grab the horses from my place. Is my place like relatively unscathed, or did it get a bit of a
I mean,
smashed window?
reasonably. Maybe 1 or 2 of the windows would have some damage to them, but anything that happened around your place seems to have mainly taken place in the gardens, where quite a lot of that foliage has been disturbed.
True. Damn.
What about my house?
Your house is perfectly fine.
Yours is
as
like
fine as it can be.
so out of the way, dude. Now your house matches the rest of the city.
Yeah.
Okay, someone broke my window, okay?
Wow.
Unrelated subject, but...
All right, and I
This is my favorite window.
grab the horses.
You'll fetch your horses. Is there anything else you're grabbing before setting off?
How are we on
Any
just
provisions, general store stuff you're grabbing?
supplies in general? We still have, in my book,
Good.
19 days worth of rations, and that's just my rations.
I have 26.
So I think we're good on rations. I've got 3 regular healing, 2 greater, and I still have the 2 opera singers that I never used.
We're pretty good on things.
So I think we're alright.
I'll leave my book that I took to the right of Ascension, and I'll put it all in the basement.
Yeah.
I'll just leave everything how it is.
Okay.
I'll leave a letter where Sully would know to check before to bring to S. Stating like potentially might be gone for a while, maybe rough job to do, but you might want to clear out the hanging things in my house. And I would also state, on a serious note, I need S to organize an official meeting, personal meeting with the blacksmith clan that turned me down. Because there'll be a time after the hag's gone that we'll have to talk to them.
Okay. You leave that. Everyone grabs provisions and horses. And where are you all meeting up?
Outer gates.
Yep,
Okay.
front.
You all make your way to the front gates. Well rested as you can be. Armored up, provisions acquired, and once again, looking from just within city walls to the expanse before it, a journey that you took only a few days ago, ready to head out in the opposite direction.
Oh man. Can't believe we're at it again.
There we go. Part of you should be at least excited to go back to your hometown.
I just wish it were on better terms.
That's fair. Though most things, like going back to your home, it's never really on good terms.
No, it was the last time I was there.
Do you think your father will help?
I'd imagine so, if it's concerning our health and to Legionnaire health. I don't see why he wouldn't help.
While we're riding, I'll just explain. I'll try to do some research on what I can remember about Fays and the Fey realm before we go, but I just want to note that it's a very dangerous place where, again, time can work differently sometimes. However, think of it as being teleported to the same place shaped like this world, and she could be in any continent.
Right. Well, maybe the druids at Woodend can pinpoint us a bit better,
Yeah.
location-wise. I don't know how it works. I mean, I will have questions for them when we get there, and actually, maybe they know a little bit about the Feywild and might help in preparing us a little bit.
I would assume that a hag would make themselves known to quite a few Fey creatures, maybe have a few under their wing. So if we're lucky, we might be able to get some answers off some. But again, that also leads into the tricky territory of if we can trust them or not.
Hmm. Well, either way, our guards stay up.
Yep.
And we take caution. All right.
No, with my necklace back, I'll be able to sense when they're within 30 feet of us.
Oh, handy.
So if anything comes close, I'll be able to know before it happens.
Okay, that's good. You're like a little alarm.
Yeah. No, I gotta attune to it again.
Yes, do that.
Attune to it on the ride. Mundane activity.
Yeah, I'd say you could manage that, attuning to a familiar item.
Rogue can probably like autopilot
Yeah,
you.
he can manage.
He's a special horse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, then I guess we're ready to head out.
Rush.
All right, the legionnaires at the front gates kind of clock you and ask why you're heading out. And you give them your official word, and within a matter of a half hour after Strider arriving, you're able to gather your things and set out once more, pushing through the shallow hills in front of the city, past the long-forgotten statues and fields of grain and vegetables that are grown outside the city. Pushing for a few hours until eventually those hills give way to the open road. Takes you till early afternoon. Eventually you see the familiar signpost that points to Bloomgrove in the north. And would end a couple of days' journey to the south. Taking that southern route and continuing pushing on until late afternoon, you eventually come to a river crossing, the same river that you crossed on the way to Bloomgrove, but further south down here. Heading over that bridge and looking over to the forest to your left. A familiar forest, where you've had a few dealings deeper in those woods. By the time that you get across that bridge and kind of forest to your left and small hills to the right, the sun has set behind the mountains, long shadows being cast, the chill of the evening taking a hold of the group, growing tired. And you stopping for the night.
Then we should rest the horses.
Indeed.
Yes, we ran it pretty rough with Bloomgrove, so.
All right. And I look around for just a nice spot, I guess, to set up camp.
Give me a survival check.
My survival is okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna roll like that though. 8.
Take a look around, and there's very little in the way of good options on this kind of portion of the path, and you just kind of have to pick a spot where the kind of grass patch on the roadside is the widest and set up some camp under a few trees.
All right, this is the best spot I could find.
I can canvas the area quickly then. And I'll hop off and I will activate Primeval Awareness while looking around for any threats. And instead of drinking a potion, my eyes just light up on their own.
Nice.
You are the potion.
And I'm going to roll for this.
No, you don't. Just give me the list again.
Aberration, Celestial, Dragon, Elemental, Fey, Fiend, Undead. The juicy ones.
The important ones.
That's within a mile, right?
Yeah.
None of the above.
I'll just do a large circle just to spread it out. It lasts a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you take the time to kind of canvass the area, and nothing seems to grab your attention.
Well, not sensing any harmful type creatures around, so we should be good. I doubt I'd make it this far without us sensing them anyway.
I have to admit, After seeing you sleep and experience a nightmare, I'm a little bit scared to go to sleep.
What I was shown was just something I wasn't ready to handle at that point in time. The only advice I can give you is hold on to what you know is true, and in all fairness, we may have been traveling for a while, but the only thing we know about you is where you come from, your connection to the Legion, and now your apparent stolen druid powers. So just remember, things that happened in the past deserve to stay in the past and just move forward.
Sound advice. I will take it.
Alright. You guys can rest for a second, watch. I
Alright.
felt like I only recently woke up anyway, so.
Alright. I turn in for the night.
And in the chill of the night air, Lily and Yorna taking first rest.
Mm-hmm.
And Strider keeping watch.
Yep. Mainly for surroundings, but I will try to see if anyone has a nightmare.
Okay. Give me a perception for the surroundings, and then I will ask for an insight.
19 perception.
Okay.
Oh, 13 insight.
Okay. Perception. As you're there, the darkness of the night kind of falling around you, listening out. At first, it's almost jarring. The last few days, you've been in a forest that has been silent, devoid of really any life. And out here in the middle of the night, you're hearing crickets, you're hearing small forest creatures, you're hearing birds, and every kind of rustle of leaves or movement through the grass kind of grabs your attention, but nothing seems to appear threatening as you're keeping watch. What was your insight? 13? So you're kind of watching over the others. You at first don't seem to notice any indication of anyone having any dreams or nightmares. Yorna. As you drift into your sleep, it's peaceful, it's dreamless. Then you awaken back in Wood End. A kind of morning sun streaming down on you. Your body feels lighter. You're a little shorter, but lighter on your feet, kind of standing in the doorway to your home. This is a familiar town. You've grown up here for the last 17, 18 years. Push out into the morning air. Takes you a moment to remember what you were doing, but eventually you realize that you were looking for your father and continue off into town. Asking some of the familiar locals to his location. Eventually you start making your way up the Titan's Hand to the Grand Oak. Walking up the stairs that are carved into the wrist. Running your hand along the bark of the tree as you approach the palm of the hand here, you begin to hear voices. One second. Need to bring that up now.
I don't want to do this no more.
He's having a peaceful dream. That's good.
Better stay that way.
You hear a familiar voice, kind of on the other side of the tree, just vaguely eavesdropping on a conversation as you're approaching. Familiar kind of... There's an arrogance to this individual. He's not a bad person, but you'd be forgiven for thinking he was a bit of an arse when you first met him. This voice of a wood elven individual you know to be Leonin. She is merely holding you back. You need to stop being so caught up on trying to draw power that isn't there. You should send her off to the city. She would be better off. She's no use to you here. Yeah, the familiar voice of your father in response. With all due respect, Leonin, no ifs and or buts. You are spending too much of your time focused on something that will never happen. You need to cut your losses. I understand your concern. She has shown capability with a sword. Let her draw steel, prove herself. Send her off to the city. What did you have in mind? We can stage an attack. Make her feel like she is capable. Send an invitation. Of course she will go. I'll make the necessary preparations. Strider, as you're sitting here, takes a moment, but you begin to see Yorna's eyes kind of flickering around in her sleep. Can I get one more insight check, just to see how long it takes you to notice this?
16.
16. Yorna. Time seems to pass. A few weeks go by, normal everyday life. Then you're on that caravan, moving in the direction of the city. Sitting in the back of a carriage, a sword over your lap, simple armors on. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch something from the carriage next to you. The wood elven elder, Leonin, sitting there, swirling some magic in his hand. Takes out a small wooden idol and infuses it and tosses it out the window. And a moment later, you hear in front of the carriage, and everything pulls to a halt. What are you doing as you notice Yorna's eyes begin flickering in her sleep?
I'll rush over to her and I will grab her by the head and I'll pop a potion and I will for the protection from evil and good.
Okay. As this happens, looking out the window, the almost vaguely humanoid face attached to the lion body with wings, this manticore that has cemented itself on the road, a second one flying in behind as the city walls are barely coming into view. Is this pull at the back of your mind? Can I get a wisdom saving throw and take advantage?
Okay. One of those was a nat 1, which sucks. 13.
13. The threat is there, but whatever is happening is more pressing. Sitting next to your father in the carriage gives you a bit of a nod, and you push out. What do you do as you can see these two beasts before the carriage of elders of your village, of others?
I fight the manticores.
You draw your sword and run in that direction. You can see a unfamiliar fire genasi running out of a nearby carriage, hair blazing behind her as she grabs an axe in her hand. You charge forward. As you make that first strike, flinging blood through the air. Give me another wisdom saving throw with advantage. As that pull yanks on the back of your mind.
Come on. This one,
Not advantage anymore with those rolls.
this one has to be good. No. Oh yeah, 21.
21.
There we go.
That pull on the back of your mind. This has happened, but this isn't happening. You look behind you, and outside of where your focus is just a black void behind you.
Oh.
Looking past the tree line further than you had focused, there is no sky to your left and right, just a black darkness where memory has not filled in this dream. What do you do?
I run for the black void.
Run into it. Run back past the carriages, away from the fight. As you're running past, your father grabs your arm.
This isn't happening right now. This isn't the past. It's not real.
You need to do this.
You need to let me go.
You need to fight.
I already have. I don't need to do it again. Let me go.
Give me one more wisdom saving throw.
Dirty 20.
20. As you say that, your eyes fling open. Strider's there, kind of watching over you. As you awaken in the cold night. Give me an insight check.
Please be good. Oh, yeah. 17.
17. You can feel kind of an ache, a slight headache in the back of your mind. If that had continued for even a few more minutes, you would have suffered the consequences.
Whoa.
Your long rest is not quite finished, but you've had your sleep at this point, and a couple of hours of just kind of sitting with yourself should suffice for the day.
Do I have you to thank for that?
Yeah, you looked like you were freaking out a little bit.
It felt a lot more real than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's not great. And I put the potion bottle away.
I think it helped me see past it, and it was a bit terrifying, but I definitely knew something wasn't right. Thank you for helping me.
Wise, it's better to have us all at peak condition for what we're gonna do, and we don't need a hag making us enemies against our own friends or things like that.
I don't like it though. It tries so hard to place doubt in your mind.
Yeah.
But you said to hold on to the truth, what you believe in.
Yeah. Because no matter what she shows you, you don't know if it's true, so you might as well pretend you never saw it.
Hard to do, but I will try my best. How's Lily?
She seems to be sleeping alright. Well, for some reason,
Oh, well,
she always,
meditating.
meditates in a sleeping pose.
Hey, we all gotta have that.
But yeah, it might take a while for you to really move on for it. I'm still not fully moved on for what I saw.
I don't know how it was for you, but for me, it was a pivotal point it was the fork in my path.
Kind of for me, I would say.
You know, I believe, and I still believe in how I got to be in the Legion, but this nightmare made it feel given to me, you know?
Tainted in a way.
Yes, like it wasn't by my very own hand. It was like someone gave me
Yeah.
that hand.
She's trying to weaken us all. She wants you to think that your strength isn't yours, which it is. To be fair, I wonder if the hag gets our memories and they can manipulate them, or
Well,
has she been
that's
around?
the thing. It sort of felt that way because once I looked past what I could remember, there was nothing.
Yeah.
So I think she does, or at least that's my speculation. I don't know about these things more than you do, but
No one knows anything about this. She's the type of hag that seems to have, well, based on what we've learned so far, she craved power and now is almost a new monster. Not something that I would ever have written down.
Well, I'm gonna take a moment and just rest. I won't be shutting my eyes again, but I think if I just sit here for a minute, I'll be alright.
Alright, well, if you need to wake up Lily, let me know.
Alright, I'll keep an eye on her.
Potion her, well, I'll go to sleep then.
Oh, that's right. You still need to.
I'll rest in
Well, what should I do if you start squirming? Same thing, potion down your throat. How many of those do you have?
It's not something I can, I gotta apply it myself.
Oh,
It's a little
right.
difficult.
Yeah. I forgot about your whole.
They're
Like,
not
mechanic.
pre-mixed.
Yeah.
Mix on the go. Yeah.
Gotta have the right ratio.
I forgot that like your flavor for casting spells was the potion. I'm like, I can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
This, I think I should be fine.
All right. I'll keep an eye on Lily then, and maybe I'll wake you if she gets really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I survived last night, so.
You might be all right.
Alright, well, here's some water. You might need it in 5 minutes or so, and I'm gonna go lay down.
And it is water.
Yeah, that's water. Good. It's for the dragon blood that you've got in your mouth.
Thanks. I was starting to feel the.
Yeah.
All right. As Strider sits down for a rest and Yorna continues to keep watch, it wouldn't be long before Lily awoke from her slightly shorter meditation. The two of you kind of gathered there while Strider finishes his rest for the evening. Is there anything that you're doing?
Keeping an eye out on surroundings. I'm curious specifically. I want to see if there's any more of those creepy birds that were watching us in this area. Like I want to see if they are around here.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, 21.
21. Taking a look around, there's birds, there's squirrels, there's bugs, there's the odd firefly every now and then, but everything seems to be acting as it should of its own accord,
Good.
naturally.
Good. We like that.
Lily's gonna like sit down next to Strider while he's resting, and then she's going to look through the Shaman book and see if there's any heroes that have gone to the Feywilds.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let me have a look.
He got in here.
Great book because it has like mechanical value and also just fun value.
Yeah.
If you could read it.
I don't think I read it in the end.
It's almost kind of like the lore spell, but not for items. Oh, I think of it.
It's for history checks.
Yeah.
Unlimited. And it's heroes. I wonder if Yorna's in here.
Oh, I see. The book can fall apart if you roll too many nat ones. I like that.
Nah.
If you're using it for specific stuff. Yeah, can I read it again, actually? I wrote this before we started the campaign.
Oh.
Question for me: Do I know who Issa's teacher was?
His name's Bam.
Not off the top of your head.
Okay.
That's what the inside looks like.
I really thought, because, you know, my eyes are blind, that your fingers were a cookie.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check.
History. 4. So it's dice plus my mod plus 4. Okay, cool. Mod. History. 21.
21. There is a tale, a kind of story meets poem about an inventor who ventured into the Fae and emerged with what they called singing crystals that they used to fasten into great weapons. This was Thaloran Primpetal.
Just double check on my names here.
An old story that seems to have been written in here generations ago.
Yes. The sisters at the festival. The prim petals. Ha ha ha.
Talks of them making consequential dealings to enter fairy caves, to work with rock that had never before been crafted.
Can I also think back to my studies and if I remember anything about the Feywilds?
Yeah. Just give me a history check.
Based on 18.
18, not bad. You remember the broad themes, the important details. The plane of Feyry, as it is often referred to, is often just referred to as a mischievous plane, where both the landscape and the life that walks it will mess with you, trick you, will play with the emotions you're already feeling and amplify them in ways you don't expect. A place that once you get overwhelmed, there's almost no way to get it under control.
Okay. How's Strider doing?
Strider seems to be resting soundly through the rest of the night. Eventually the sun begins to crest through a few of the trees and Strider awakens from a more restful sleep.
It feels better. Probably sleep. How did you sleep, Lily?
Good. No dreams.
Nice.
Yorna, are you okay?
Water.
Have you had time to feel a little better?
Yeah, I feel a little bit better. It still lingers in my mind, as you said, but other than that, it's alright. And you seem to have a peaceful sleep, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No
sleep,
nightmares.
meditation. Well, I guess we're ready to head off then, are we?
Yep, let's do it.
Alright.
I eat my ration on the go.
Nice.
Oh yeah, ration time.
Jerky.
Yeah, mark off a ration for the rest.
Ration.
Now I only have 18 days worth of rations. Whatever shall I do?
Eat it all at once.
Hell no. That probably messes with
I
like your
feed,
insides.
I feed Rogue an apple.
Nice.
I pull out an apple from my pouch, well, 2 that I got for our horses that I grabbed from the kitchen counter.
In the fruit bowl. Been sitting there for a week and a half at this point.
Yeah, but the horses are not picky.
No, they're not.
They see the apple and they're like, ooh.
All right. Gathering yourselves after a slightly longer rest than normal, keeping an eye out for someone's entire sleep, and then taking your rest. But
True.
nevertheless, it's still early in the day. You should reach Woodend by dusk
Hell yeah.
and set off once more, leaving the river behind you and pushing closer as the slight mountain range on your right and the forest on your left seem to slowly creep in closer and closer to the roadside. Your journey takes you through until about probably 1 in the afternoon. As you get to a point where you kind of have to navigate some slightly rougher road, is there anything that you're doing during your day's journey?
Just keeping a lookout for any demonic, fiendish things.
I'm gonna check if anything's following us.
Yeah, okay. Anything from Lily?
I want to keep an eye on the airships if they're still visible.
Sorry, what were you doing?
Looking for any like threats
Things,
or
yes.
things.
Perception checks from everybody, please.
Yay! Group perception check. Oh
I've
yeah.
advantage on tracking things. Would that account for like looking for
That would require you getting off the horse and like
Okay.
having a proper investigation.
It's like a 25.
23.
Sweet.
10.
10. You're so far away from the city now You can see that there's definitely still something in the sky, but you're unsure if it's one airship or all three.
Okay.
But at least one of them
Something's
is
there.
still there. You keep an eye out around, kind of seeing if anything is following you. For most of the day, everything is peaceful. Very little in the way of things in the woods. As you're keeping attention on the surroundings, and as you're keeping an eye behind your caravan of horses here, you begin to hear a sound behind you, and you can make out a shape kind of running parallel to you in the forest. A seemingly large four-legged creature that is just keeping pace with you, trying to kind of outrun you and get in front of the horses.
I would like to pull out a new potion that no one's seen before, and I'm going to, it's instead of having like a corkscrew, it's one that I would use often. So it's like a little handle and it like hinges open.
Oh yeah, nice.
And I'm going to cut my finger and I'll pour my blood into it, and that blood is just black, and like bits of like bright green go into it. And I'm going to shake it and down it, and I'm going to take the mutagen
Hell yeah.
clarity and up my dex by 3.
Okay.
So my AC goes to 19.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
shoot!
Yeah.
You have your own AC buff. Fine. Don't need to use it on you.
As you do that, you clock this, whatever it is in the forest. Do you remember what your roll was?
Yes, in fact, it's still sitting in my tray. 23.
23. As Strider does this, and you all kind of clock him getting ready for whatever is about to happen. Not quite within 30 feet yet, but you still start to feel a vibration around your neck. And Yorna, you watch as that shape that is in the tree line veers towards the path that you're taking, jumps from the tree line, continues across the path, and continues down as you watch a full-grown adult, brown-furred, feathered-armed owlbear barrel out of the wood and down the path in the direction of something else that seems to be ahead of you.
But does it seem concerned with us, or it's just trying to...
Not at all. If you're coming down the path, the owlbear has jumped onto the path in front of you and continued forward, running
know.
towards something that you
okay.
can see.
I know we're in a rush, but if we leave any more fiendish creatures around, there's potential harm they can do. So I think we hunt down any that we see, which includes that. My necklaces.
Oh, okay.
going
I
off.
was wondering how we came to that conclusion. All right. Then follow the owlbear then
Yes.
to wherever it's going.
Am I getting?
It's chasing something, so it must be that fiend you're picking up. Or
Am I getting
Fey.
Fey or Fiend?
Uh,
Owlbear.
Fiendish,
Fiendish.
not from the owlbear.
Not from the Owlbear.
It's very faint. The owlbear jumped out like right in front of you on the path. Whatever you're sensing is a little bit further.
Then we
away.
need to
I
keep
believe the owlbear is
Get
chasing
closer.
the fiend that you're picking up.
Lead us.
I wonder if it is an owlbear or if it's yen. It's weird to see owlbears around. Let's
Actually,
start
yeah,
rushing.
I'm curious. Are owlbears common in this area?
Give me a history check. Or nature. Whatever you're better with.
I believe my nature is better.
That makes more sense.
Oh, my rolls are on fire tonight. 23.
23. I mean, at this point, you're only a few hours outside of Woodend, and the druids are known to make friends with all sorts of woodland creatures that are willing to be comfortable with humanity nearby.
It's not unheard of to have owlbears running around nearby. I mean, us druid folk are pretty,
That's true.
buddy-buddy with the woodland creatures here.
Well, then let's hunt down this fiend, and I'm going to pull out Marquis' blade while on rogue.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull out another new potion, and I'm going to pour almost like dry ice over it. So it's just smoke and like white smoke from it, and then I'm going to with the same cup from my finger, pour my blood on it, and the black blood like sucks the smoke in around the blade and like freezes it into black ice.
Nice.
And I will take damage.
Yeah.
But my blade is now magical and does ice damage.
Perfect.
I take 3 damage
3 damage.
from cutting myself.
Nice.
3 cut damage.
3 cut damage.
Okay. As you're all preparing here, continuing forward on horseback, you can see the owlbear barreling up. Can I get a group perception check as you start gaining on the creature in front of you?
16.
19.
Okay.
We get an advantage knowing it's a fiend.
This is just perception, so just
That's
straight.
19.
19, all right. As you begin to get closer, you can all see where this owlbear is running to. In the middle of the path, maybe 50 or so feet ahead of you, you can see a humanoid figure that is either on the ground or unconscious or dead, and looming over it, this, what just looks like an oversized mosquito. This giant armored carapace bug, long needle-like nose, big kind of pincer-like appendages and wings that sprout from its back is just hovering above this individual that looks like they've just ended up on the ground. And as you continue to get closer, can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Oh shoot, what in the hell? Now that's not local to the druid.
That's definitely something.
That is like,
hell.
my dice is like, yeah, high rolls for all these ability checks, and then when it comes to initiative, 5.
18.
17.
Nice.
The worst thing about having all these, I finally did all my monster notes, is not knowing what any of them look like. I'm like,
What's your dex?
Oh shit. Plus 1. So 18.
Okay.
Oh, not 18. 13. I read that wrong.
Okay. What'd you roll?
5.
5. Okay.
Oh, actually, Dex goes into initiative.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make that 20.
Oh.
'Cause
Okay.
Jesus
my
Christ.
Dex goes up by +2.
Good to know. That doesn't change where you are, luckily. Okay.
We get to hit stuff.
You get to hit stuff.
Because I took a feat that upgraded my Dex by 1, so it went to 19. So that means when I get the +3 from the potion, it's 22, not 21. So it gets that +6 margin instead of it being the weird +5.
Cool.
And for the first time, we're going to use some terrain.
Oh!
Because I can set up a little map now.
Oh my gosh.
Who made that terrain?
I don't know. Who did that terrain?
What in the
Oh
hell?
god.
Oh, he's hideous. Oh no, it's a druid.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I meant the druid on the
Can I please have Rogue, 2 other horses, and your guys' minis?
I was about to grab Sebastian, and I'm like,
Yeah.
not Sebastian.
He is not here. I'm afraid.
Rogue and 2 horses.
I am here.
Oh yeah, I'll take the one with the red capes.
Your vibes coming back.
All right, Lily,
Plus
do you
the
want
hit's 10.
brown, light brown, dark brown, or black?
Light brown.
Oh boy.
At this point, I'm not blue tacking these on. Who was where?
This is Lily's horse.
Yay.
Okay. You guys are on the back of the horses. We know that.
Easy.
As you are pulling up in the direction of this creature in the roadside, just kind of buzzing around that long, like mosquito. What do you even call that? It's
Well,
it's
Yeah,
big.
proboscis.
That thing.
What?
It's a proboscis.
Proboscis sticking out from the front of its form, ready to dive into this druid that has just hit the ground. The owlbear running up at the top of initiative because it rolled great.
Oh.
As in, it got a natural 20.
It's okay. It's gonna lay into the mosquito.
Like
Yeah,
it's
eat the
an
mosquito.
It's going to run
It's
up
more interested in
and
the mosquito.
with its head kind of flattened, just tries to push this
Head
creature
bully.
back.
Shoot, the elder's probably protecting the
Yeah. I thought the bug was going first.
That's what I thought.
Would have been tragic.
Pushes it 5 feet back, and this owlbear just kind of rears up and lets out this shrieking cry. Strider, you're up.
Is my horse able to move as well as me, or just my movement?
It would be your movement to get the horse
Okay.
to move. For the sake of making that easy. But the horse does have a 60-foot movement. So,
So if I move on the horse, would I have 60?
yeah.
Can I then on the horse? I want to just go like up to him,
Yeah.
and I want to hop off and rest of his movement go
Okay. So you're trying to get up to where?
next to the bug. So I want to jump off next to the bug and rogue keep going.
Okay. Easy to do. The rogue can continue up wherever,
No.
and you're able to jump off.
Fearless.
Give me an acrobatics check to dismount, just to see if you have the capability to do it as a free action.
You got it.
Oh man. 11.
11. I will say you can choose whether it uses your bonus action or your action to dismount the horse.
I want to use my bonus, but I will use it. I'll let it be. No, I'll let it be my action.
Okay.
I'll land and then I will, without taking a potion, activate Hunter's Mark as my eyes glow a bit, and I will target him.
Nice. Okay. Is that ring up there?
I don't have the things.
Oh yeah, it is.
Sometimes I have them, sometimes. Hunters.
Hunters.
I'll need Slayers anyway.
Okay, I'll get Slayers as well. That's
No.
Hunters.
No idea how we're going to hang this on this guy without him falling over.
Wing.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Then I will end my turn there.
Okay.
If I can, actually, I'll try moving between him and the druid,
Yeah, totally.
and just enter like a guardian position to try and protect the druid.
Yeah, you can dismount there for sure. All right. End of your turn. Give me my stat blocks back. There they are. We come over to the Casmi.
The mosquito.
Mm-hmm.
Casmi, did you say?
Yeah.
Drop the Casmi.
I think I have it, but I'm gonna check anyway.
That Casmi.
You can see
Nah.
now that you're up and close to this individual looks to be druidic, had fallen on the ground with injuries, but as you now jump off of Rogue and land here, you can hear that droning sound of the bug very loud in your ears, and you watch it overwhelm the druid, and they just fall unconscious behind you.
Oh, y'all, he's down. He's unconscious.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
And with that, the Casmi is going to use it. Oh, it says it right there. A proboscis attack at Strider.
Very good.
A proboscis attack. Proboscis.
Ooh.
Proboscis.
Natural 2.
Miss. I will say that Strider's defense is less dodging, and he does a sick like block and like skims past with his blade.
Nice. Okay. That is the Casmi's turn. Lily, you're up.
Is it like half movement to get up the horse? Or is it just like one?
What did I do for you? Acrobatics
Yeah.
check? Yeah. So, give me an acrobatics check first.
Acrobatics. 11.
11. Okay, so you can choose whether it's your action or bonus action to dismount the horse, if you want to.
Oh, if I want to.
You can stay on the horse.
I don't want to endanger the horse. Bonus action.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's gone. I am going to healing word the druid
Okay.
at level 2.
All right. Nice.
So I did 2d4. That's my spell mod. Shot away at the bottom. Seven. I believe plus 3, right? Yeah. So 10 HP healed.
Nice.
That is good heals.
As you usher that healing to the druid and their eyes fling open. You need to run.
What?
It's dangerous. Anything else from Lily?
No.
Okay.
The poor druid. Scarred for life.
Yorna, you're up.
I wish to take the horse. Oh, what square is the horse on? Just taking both of those up?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a 2 square.
2 squares?
Yeah. I mean, just use the front like it's.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to dismount
Okay.
it.
Give me an acrobatics check.
It's gonna be fun because I have a +0.
Yeah, I need to look at the actual rules for dismounting. But
7
7. All right. You can choose whether it's your action or bonus action.
bonus action.
Okay. Use your bonus action to hop off the horse.
Right, and then do I still get my full movement or how does that work?
You've used 20 feet of movement.
From the horse's
Yes.
pool?
Correct. But that is your.
Well, then I would take the horse a bit further.
Okay.
And then move.
Sweet. So that's been 30 feet now from where it was.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 30 feet of movement that's been used.
But I only have 30 feet.
I'm aware of that, but you're choosing to use the horse's movement.
Yes. So would I still get to move then?
You've used 30 feet of movement total at this point.
So you got 10 feet if you have 40 feet.
I only have 30 feet as Yorna.
Yeah. So that is where you could get to then.
Alright. Then. Nah, I'll get the horse to keep going as well and I'll hop off
Okay.
here.
Sweet.
And I'll, well, now I'm too close for that. End turn.
That's you.
There's nothing better I can do. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Don't want to ready anything?
Oh, actually, yes, I'd like to. I forgot that's a thing. I'd like to ready an attack for if it comes in my range.
Okay. After you, the druid picks herself up.
Uh-huh.
3, 4, 5. Yep, stand over here.
Got the high ground.
And she looks like she is going to start conjuring a spell, but is just going to hold it for the time being. Brings us back up to the top with the owlbear. Strider. as you have run in between where the druid was on the ground and this creature. The owlbear now looking around frantically as this druid has gotten up, looks at you, confused, and is going to go for a multi-attack on you.
Oh.
First with its beak for a 17 to hit.
Miss. Would have hit.
Would have hit. And one with its claws is a 26.
Oh, that definitely hit.
For how
Jesus
long
Christ.
does that last?
When I take it off.
That lasts the day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But also because we disadvantage our wisdom saving throws.
14 slashing damage as this owlbear just slashes down in front of you, seeing you as a threat in this moment.
Oh no.
And it is going to like round here so that it is within range of both you and the demon. And that brings us back to you.
Damon.
King of Gash, I'll just ignore him because he's not my target. I'm gonna look at this.
Actually. Okay, owlbear is fine. Can I please get from you a Constitution saving throw?
Or its wings.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. You resist that droning noise. It does not fill your mind and overwhelm it. You're good. You get your turn as normal.
All right. I'm gonna speak in Abyssal to it. I'm like, it's time to get your wings clipped, and I'm gonna bonus action Slayer's Prey.
Yeah.
You can have this as well.
Really decorating the boy.
And I'm gonna take my swing.
Yeah.
Guess I can't get an advantage from the owlbear no matter what I do because he's not my ally.
Not at this point.
Alright, swing. Alright.
Well, technically, I would say the rules for flanking would be if the target is engaged with another enemy. So if you would like to move to
I
get
would
into
like to
flanking,
move.
whereabouts are we considering
Just on
flanking? In front of Yorna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strider is in my range. I'd like to swing.
Damn.
Can't be one all over again.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. Will hit.
Sweet. Fuck it, let's do a full attack, right? So, D8, D6 Slayers, D6 Hunters, D4 from my magical cold damage, and another D6 eventually, but I can't roll that right now.
Yeah.
We'll be activating Grasp, my necrotic damage on him.
Okay. Just give me the cold separately.
Okay.
But otherwise, you're free to
Oh,
go.
this your D4, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
9, 11. Uh, 22 damage.
Jesus, all right.
And 3 cold damage.
Which is halved to 1 for the specific creature as you slash, and the outer chitinous kind of exoskeleton that this mosquito-like creature has seems to kind of scatter some of that cold.
6 cold damage, sorry.
Okay, so halved to 3.
My first thing, which means I gain 6 HP from that.
Shit, nice. Okay,
Nice.
that's wild.
Damn, you got the Moira suck.
Yeah. As my kind of blade just absorbs it in, and then my eyes kind of just go a bit more draconic, and I suck in the necrotic energy.
Nice.
In my turn,
Okay.
I'll actually move back to where I was, and then in my turn,
Okay.
allowing for Yorna to gain a flank.
Okay, nice.
You're a lad.
End of your turn, we come back to Casmi. Which at this point, just being dealt a shit ton of damage by you, I think is going to take a proboscis attack at you.
This.
Unnatural 20 to hit.
Just.
Just.
We'll start with 15 points of piercing damage.
Stars.
God damn.
And 27 points
Oh, holy.
of necrotic damage.
Necrotic.
And your hit point maximum is reduced by 27 hit points.
What?
No, because that puts you on what?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Then minus how much? 27.
From 59.
Yeah. So 8, 9.
30, 32.
Jesus Christ.
As you feel this 2-foot-long proboscis stab into your arm,
Oh, no.
and it is not drinking blood. It is
Oh, I
drinking the very essence of your soul as you feel a chill cross your body. This thing is trying to remove more than just the life from your body.
Okay.
And that is the end of its turn.
I call him a bitch and abyssal.
Lily's up.
Lily's going to use Unsettling Words as a bonus action. So the minus... Yeah, Bardic Inspiration die minus and from the next saving throw makes.
Okay.
And she's gonna say, "You're gonna be my guinea pig." Ooh. 5.
Okay, -5. Damn,
So
nice.
-5.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to cast Reluctant Psychic Lance.
Hell yeah. All right. How's this work?
So you must make a intelligence saving throw. And on a fail, you take 7d6 psychic damage.
Woo-wee! Okay. Sorry, what kind of save? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay, so it just gets a flat -5. Which will bring it down, it rolled well, to a 14.
That's the DC.
So
Wow.
it just succeeds.
So it takes half.
Okay. Still good damage.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? D6?
Yes.
You're resistant to psychic?
We'll find out here in a moment.
Oh.
Hey, Merion rolled excellently.
So many D6s.
22. 28 half is 14.
Okay.
14 psychic damage.
And it takes the full brunt of that.
Nice.
It is not resistant. As this not very psychically resistant creature, just that droning. You just see it overwhelmed. It almost like claws for the ground before it just picks its wings back up.
Eesh.
Okay. Anything else from Lily?
He's going to stand here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That then brings us down to Yorna. Can I please get a Constitution saving throw? As that noise is overwhelming in your proximity.
Dang.
Con save.
Yes, please.
14.
14. You just push it out of your mind. While we're here, can I actually get a roll for Rogue, please?
Oh, concept?
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
What's his con?
It's
Roll
very
a d20. I'll
He rolled a
find it.
16.
He's good.
Nice.
That's my. He doesn't startle.
He's been trained.
He's a good horse.
Your turn's yours.
All right, I'm gonna use the flank that you set up, but I'm gonna go. I think this side here, just so there are options for other people.
I'm currently holding his thing inside me. to give you some time.
Yeah. And I'm gonna smack him
Nice. Go for it.
with advantage. Nice. So 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And because I don't want it to do more stupid stuff to other people, I'm gonna make it a goading attack. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15.
17.
Never mind. He still takes the superiority die damage, though. That's it's another 7, 14 plus 19 magical slashing damage.
Nice.
And then
Pretty good.
I'm gonna hit it again.
You can see at this point it is bloodied. There's like black ichor dripping from its carapace.
Good. Alright, that's should be fine, but okay, 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Alright. I'm gonna try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Goading attack.
Okay. 9.
Fails. It has disadvantage on everything except for me.
Okay, sweet.
And he takes the superiority die damage as well. 8. 6. It's 14. Plus 19 again. Magical slashing damage.
Nice.
And then
Yeah,
that's me.
that's you.
I
Alright.
might save the action surge just in case.
We move from your turn over to the druid whose readied spell fizzles out. They weren't able to use it. Instead, they will draw from the trees around them and push some magic into themselves and speak over the crowd to the owlbear. The people and the horses are friends. They are friends. The owlbear kind of readjusts its stance as we come back to the owlbear, and it's going to take an attack on the Casmi. Ooh, it is going to miss. It'll take its claw attack. That hits, unnatural 20. It is looking very wounded
Hell yeah.
as we now move to Strider.
Kill it.
But they're all saved.
Oh shit, so did the owlbear. Hang on. Owlbear's good. Yes, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Can't save. Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
5.
5. That noise fills your mind to the point that an instant migraine sets in and your vision blacks out as you fall unconscious.
Oh no.
No.
Damn.
Well, shit.
Oh no. I had advantage for
Am I
you on everything.
unconscious?
You are unconscious
Oh, man.
for the next 10
Dang.
I
minutes.
lose Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Slayer's Prayer as well.
Doesn't specify that it disappears.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now then. Okay. Strider falls unconscious. It is the Casmi's turn.
Oh no.
It's going to turn its attention to Yorna.
Thank God. Oh. It's okay, you're fine.
21 to hit with the proboscis attack.
Aw, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Can I silvery barbs that?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
totally.
Always be
Sorry,
careful
not
with those,
somehow.
because I'm like, what if you're all in
What?
Wow.
What do you mean?
You didn't know how much damage it was going to
I know, but he rolled 25 to hit me.
do. 15 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. As it comes in, you see for a moment it seems to hesitate and goes wide. Who's getting the advantage?
Oh,
Give it to the owlbear.
I'll give it to the druid.
Oh.
Okay. Advantage to the druid. That brings us now down to Lily's turn. Can I please get a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, shit. Come on, Shane.
5.
I also
with,
fall.
with Strider now out of the way, that sound pushing closer to you. As the same thing happens and your vision blacks over and you fall
Dang.
unconscious
Oh, I'm a little bit worried.
for the next 10 minutes.
I'm taking a nap.
All right.
Look us up, Druid.
Yorna, you're up. What's happening?
I just remembered I could have done a thing. I could have smacked him with a reaction because of riposte.
From what?
It's an attack to anyone.
That's just an ability.
When something makes a melee weapon attack against me and misses, I can use riposte as a reaction to deal damage. But I understand if it's too late.
Yep, save that
Yep.
for next round, otherwise that confuses a whole bunch of shit.
All right, then I'll just hit it. Then do I need to make a con
Yes,
save first?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh man. Oh, it was doing so many twirls. I'm like, stand still. 24.
24, you are able to resist the droning of this creature,
Thank.
not leaving it up to the druid and an owl bear.
No, I'm gonna move here.
Yeah.
And gain advantage.
Yes, owlbear flanking it now is aware that it is an ally.
All right, and I'm gonna smack the hell out of this
Yeah.
insect. Nice. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Just regular. 10 magical slashing damage.
All right, how do you finish it off?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. The droning noise is getting super annoying, and it's coming from the wings, I presume.
Yes.
So I just up to get one of the wings and down to get the other one.
Flourish that blade. The wings fall and the creature sloughs to the ground in front of you. And with one good strike through its wounded carapace, you push your blade through the creature into the dirt. And a familiar sight, as from around that wound it begins to smoke. And the wound begins to crumble to ash. And within a matter of about 20 or 30 seconds, the entire body of this creature just blows away as ash in the wind. And with that, the forest is quiet once more.
I'll tend to Lily first because she is our healer. So I'll go over to Lily and wake her up.
How are you waking her up?
I'll grab that water skin that Strider gave me earlier. Like I would have given it back, but I'm gonna take it off your body now, and just onto Lily's face. Yeah, actually.
Despite some coughing in her unconscious state, she does not awaken.
Well, shoot. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you think you can help me here? I can't seem to wake her.
This druid individual walks her way down, kind of puts an arm up on the owlbear to like calm it a little bit. Goes, I wouldn't be sure how to begin helping.
Oh, goodness. Well, can you help me take them to Woodend?
That is still quite a ways.
How far is it?
A couple hours more travel. We could rest up here for a time.
They might wake up. All right. I am Yorna, by the way. I actually come from the Woodend.
Oh, Maureen.
Maureen.
Sorry, I'm a little shaken.
No, it's fair.
I've been helping with the patrols for the last couple of weeks, but I've never actually encountered any.
How is Woodend doing?
Besides a few run-ins with such creatures, we're doing fine.
Okay, that's good to hear.
A few things wandering down from the north.
I presume you have heard of Bloomgrove and what has happened?
No?
I thought I sent word. No, I didn't, did I? Shoot. I guess I am the messenger. Well, it's not in a good state. I will be speaking with the elders about it.
Of course.
but that's probably where all of these things are coming from.
Right. Do you require my assistance, or can I continue my route?
I think continue your route should be fine. You can't heal them at all, or?
It's not in my wheelhouse, I'm afraid.
All good, I understand. Thank you for your help, and I'm
course.
glad we could help you. Seem to be in a bit of a pickle.
Was fortunate timing, for sure.
All right, well, good luck, and I hope you don't run into any more of these.
Me as well. See you back at home.
Will do.
And if you see any more of these things, we are not to engage, we are to report back.
All right, good to know.
And she will, brush her hand through the owlbear and go, all right, continue, let's go. And it will bound off ahead of her into the woods.
What was her name? Maureen?
Maureen.
Okay.
You sit here on the roadside for a while, tying the horses to a tree. Rogue kind of walks over and starts kind of pushing Strider with his head.
It's all right, lady. He'll wake up.
A minute passes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. And about the 10-minute mark, you see them kind of beginning to come to, waking from a long rest with a blinding sunlight in their eyes and begin to awaken here in the woods.
Lily, your hair is a little wet.
I'll jump up and slash.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's done, it's finished, it's gone.
Right.
It did what the other creature did and, disappeared to the wind in
Yeah, it's a
a cloud of black ash.
demon. They just go back to where they came from. God, I feel like we have a hangover.
It was a little bit terrifying watching you guys just fall like that to the sound of the...
The druid could have warned us about that ability instead of just screaming, it's
Right.
dangerous.
Well, we saw it in action, so...
Yeah, well, we got there when he was unconscious, so could have probably given a warning. How
Well,
long have we been asleep for?
10 minutes.
That's fair.
Still got time.
I tried to wake you, specifically you, Lily. I'm sorry, your hair's wet.
Oh,
And there is less water in this water skin.
No, I'm just glad you didn't leave it on the ground for some odd reason. I put it away.
Who would do such a thing?
No. I guess healing only works, but that's... Oh, you would only know that if you noticed he got up after being healed. She should have noticed that herself. However.
Well, she said she couldn't heal. It's not
Yeah.
in her expertise.
Alright, well...
Do you want to sit a minute and then we'll head out?
Any healing?
How bad is it?
Bleeding.
You're coughing out
HP
blood.
Bad.
Healing word. Level 3.
In health, he did 27, not even 27, he did 30 something in one attack.
Up to 60, reduced by 28.
Oh yeah, that's right, I can only go up to 32, this
Yep.
sucks. That didn't heal either after I woke up?
Nope,
Oh man,
not yet.
fuck. I finally got to 60 HP, this is how I get treated. The world's just trying to keep me down. Oh, thanks.
And then healing word. Level 3 again.
Oh, thanks. I'm nearly at my max because
2, 5, 8, 11.
so
How you feeling
don't
now?
do any more. I'm nearly
Are
at my
you
max.
sure?
Yeah, I have a weird feeling I'm not going to be able to feel any better.
What?
It's like the hags thing.
Oh,
There are all these permanent wounds now. That's alright.
maybe the people at Wooden can help with that.
It's not often you find a demonic creature resistant to cold. Can I see if I remember if demons... Are they more of a cold species while fiends are more of a hot?
Give me a... give me a history check. Take advantage.
Nat 20.
At 20. It is certainly more common for demons to be resistant to cold. Devils only very rarely, like very high ranks, would they have that kind of resistance.
Well, that sucks. We might see more on the way, so let's just be careful.
Yes, the druid actually told us that if we do see any more, to just report them back to the wood end.
I'm gonna bonus action, pour my blood in a vial, and I'm going to pour it on my bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to add my crimson right to my bolt as
Yeah,
well.
nice.
And take 3 damage.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So I'm fine, guys.
Yeah. You're looking extremely pale by your standards.
This is as good as I could feel, I think.
Nicey.
I personally disagree with the druid, however, about just marking them off. If we see any on the track, there's still a chance they will.
Well, reporting them isn't marking them off. That's just letting people know of their location and getting, I guess, planned attacks going for them.
For a flying creature
I
that can move locations.
Well, yes, you still get the rough vicinity of it. Either way, I think for now we should probably stick to our course. After all, I don't need you looking more dead.
No, that's why I piled this up. I can stand back and shoot it.
And who knows, maybe the people at Wooden could help with how you're feeling. Or even the boar hag.
Yeah, well, we can start hitting that, but I'm just saying we should play it by ear, because against my code to really leave dangerous creatures around.
I know, but we are also near Wood End and just, you know.
That's why I say we play it by ear. Depends on what it's doing. But again, these things shouldn't be here.
I think they're coming down from Bloom Grove.
Yeah, well,
She said they were coming from the north. So,
you'd consider them demons, which are the hag's friends in a sense. So we should be making a demon army of some sort, maybe. To fight off the fiends on the Day of Blood is our guess.
yes.
Take it on, rogue. I'm ready to head out though.
Alright. To Wood End then.
To Wooden.
I would like to cure myself, please.
Yeah.
I'd like to use the ointment.
Mm-hmm.
Ointment.
Ointment says that an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to skin. The creature receives it, regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and cured of any disease.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it.
All right.
A curse.
I'll be smart before I try it. Can I see if I've ever heard of this wound from a demon?
Give me a history check. Take advantage.
Infantage.
Not great. But my history's not bad. No, it's not. 8.
8. 8, really?
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Whew, okay. This demon you've maybe seen images of before, but the details elude you. There's any number of attacks that could leave you feeling so drained, but whether or not that is just something you need to sleep off, or whether that is something that can be cured, you're unsure.
I'll use a slot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Eight. 5 plus 2 plus 14 hit points, and it cures me of poison and diseases.
Unfortunately, this is not considered either of those.
Damn. It's alright. I go to my max.
Uh-huh.
A whole whopping 32
32.
hit points.
This is like where I was before I got my blood on it.
That's really rough.
It is a bit.
Ugh. Alright, let's onwards.
All right.
Let's onwards.
As you get back on horseback and continue in the direction of Woodend, take a quick toilet break. Back on horseback. You set off, continuing down this path in the direction of Woodend. A couple more hours travel as the late afternoon sky is kind of turning a more vibrant yellow-orange hue. You continue to push through the woods. I actually need to bring up my notes here on Woodend. As you get to the point where the tree line kind of gives way, you can see the mountain range up on one side of the path and the extended meadow and forest continuing on. The tops of houses start to come into view. Well-maintained thatched roofs and hardwood building exteriors. It would be difficult for anyone that didn't know to pick this as a druidic settlement if there weren't people running around. It does look like a very well put together township. As that tree line clears a little bit more, you can see that gargantuan rock that appears to be shaped like a hand reaching out of the earth. A tree larger than the house of gold growing within its palm and outstretching, casting a subtle shadow at all times over the village. As you push out of the tree line, you can see from across the road, walking in the direction of town. At first, you almost instinctively reach for a blade as you see two large earth elementals step out of the woods. On their backs, you can see large wooden, almost platforms built onto their back, ladders on their sides with lanterns swinging as each has a druidic individual on its back, kind of walking this elemental into town. These are the stone wards and ward riders that stand atop them. Elementals that act whenever there is a threat nearby in the village. Kind of slow down to a trot as your horses approach, and these elementals walk to the edge of town, to small rocky patches where grass doesn't grow. Set their fists down and kind of rest in. Their large, glowing blue cores kind of tucking in as a small, almost cone-shaped pyramid of rock forms on that small platform. And as the ward rider gets off, a few children from the village kind of run over and start climbing up the ladder and playing around on the top, throwing small druid craft like flames at each other, like harmless firecrackers. Pushing a little bit further, those buildings kind of coming a bit more into view, the people of this town kind of walking along. You can see some individuals running along a path. One of them turns into a fox and continues down as they're enjoying their day. Seems like a peaceful place for the most part. What are you all doing as you approach here?
It is so good to be home,
But you wish it was on better terms.
but I wish it were on better terms.
It does seem like a friendly place.
Do you want to lead the way then?
I shall.
I'd also like to try to recall any information that I might know about how to navigate the Fey realm.
Yeah.
We're going on.
Give me a history check.
Navigate.
Same roll. History. Okay. 18.
18. Trying to call back, flicking through a few pages of your book that have a little bit of information. The Fae is a very ever-changing place. It'll fuck with you just because it can. Navigating it is a matter of knowing your path, not confusing it, not questioning it, knowing where you're going. Finding a landmark and focusing on it, not letting it out of your sight.
I'll write that down and get that noted.
I would like to lead us to where the elders converge.
Yeah, so you're heading up to the Titan's Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weaving through the town here, you can see these buildings, for the most part, are either large single-story or like smaller two-story buildings. You can see quite large families, for the most part, enjoying themselves here, and there's all walks of life. Many elves and half-elves, but other races. You see a four-legged centaur walking around. You see a turtle folk individual kind of making their way through towns, and gnomes and dwarves and all manner of people, a lot of which seem to be druidically inclined, but a few that just live a mundane life here among the fantastical. Continuing through that path. This is second nature to you, and it's nice to be seeing familiar trees and the homes of familiar families and a few familiar faces in the street that give a bit of a wave as you're approaching. And by the time that you get to the wrist of the Titan's Hand, where you can see those 150 steps that are carved up its wrist to the base of the tree, you can already see, standing at the top of that staircase, starting to make their way down, clearly having heard of your arrival, is Vandir. See, an individual that Lily has seen vaguely from a distance once before. You had seen out of the window of your cart when you'd first seen the caravan pick Yorna up on the way to the city. This tall human individual, brown hair that comes to just under his jawline, but similar to Yorna, two long strands that fall much longer and rest at his mid-chest. Flowing green robes that are ornately embossed with these vine and leaf patterns that decorate the green garment. And draped over his shoulders is a shawl constructed of bark from the tree that he is currently standing in front of, as he is elegantly but hurriedly making his way down the stairs towards your group. Anything you're doing as Vandir starts to approach?
I'll start dismounting my horse and just getting ready to...
Mm-hmm. As you get off your horse, a nearby local comes up. Would you like me to take them somewhere?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yours as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Rogue will be
Just
very
better.
safe.
Yes. Just this way, friends. Talking to the horses and drags them off.
Just whistle so Rogue will listen to him.
Yeah. Kind of reluctantly kind of pulls away from you, having seen the shit that Rogue has seen over the last 2 days, is hesitant to leave you.
True.
Pulls away from the group. As Vandir Velstrom approaches the group, you can see his eyes, as he gets closer, are a deep brown, but within it there seem to dance these flecks of gold, just moving throughout. As he gets closer, you can see he's handsome, but he's definitely aged. You can see stern lines across his face that indicate a very stern demeanor that has kind of been etched in with age as he approaches the group. Yorna, you're home so soon.
I am, but it is not under good terms. I wish to speak with you, or in fact the other council members as well.
Then you have some information regarding the gardens.
I do, and in fact more concerning Bloomgrove. It's a long story, but we had best get the council together.
And these are your friends? Or?
Yes, this is Lily Krongle, and this is Strider.
A pleasure. Van der Velstrom,
Nice to meet you.
Elder of Woodend's High Druid Council.
Is my necklace go off?
Aye.
It does not. He's a demon.
It also gets fair. So
News to me.
I have some fair energy.
This individual feels entirely human. Then where shall we convene?
Just wherever is convenient for you and the rest of the council.
You want me to gather the council now?
It's very important.
Very well. Give me a moment. Perhaps meet me back here in an hour. I'll summon the others.
All right.
Is there any place that could heal wounds given to you by the flying demons?
You encountered trouble on your way here?
The insects, I'm sure you've heard of them.
Were you able to deal with it, or do we need to send the wards out?
It's gone. It's gone.
Very good.
I just got stabbed in the chest by it.
Of course. I will see if I can find someone. Will you just be waiting here, or will you explore town in the time you have?
Well, I was hoping to see the rest of the family.
Of course. Your mother might be able to help. Depends on the severity.
Actually, truly, she would be able to help.
Then,
How could you forget?
I was so enveloped in just, being back that it just completely slipped my mind. All right, we'll go see.
Of course. I'm not sure where your brother is. He's likely out on patrols, but your mother and Rosa should be home.
Perfect.
can I inside check him? I
Yeah.
want to see if he seems a bit on edge more than what I would get from his vibe. I want to see if it's either like from who he's looking at or just the fact that we're here.
Give me an insight check.
We're
That's a weird roll. 21.
21. He does seem a little bit frazzled, and you get the sense that it's a bit twofold. Firstly, they're trying to keep a sense of calm here in the village, trying not to let people know that there is potential danger encroaching yet until it gets serious. And just the stress of trying to maintain that threat at a distance. But he also seems a little unsettled by your appearance.
Oh,
I was gonna say it'd
Your
probably
eyeballs.
be your appearance
Understandable.
more than anything.
And just kind of seems to be almost assessing you a little bit as well.
with that insight check, can I see if he saw my necklace at all? If that's maybe thrown.
With a 21, he would have given you a look up and down, but it's definitely more this
Yeah.
that he's paying attention to.
your face.
There's no recognition, just a sense of caution.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I will gather the others. Meet you back here in an hour.
Yes, sounds good.
Of
Thank you.
course.
All right. Well, let's take you to my mother.
You lead the way.
All right.
As you kind of part ways a little bit here. As you part ways, Yorna leads you off to the left to wander in the direction of the neighborhood here. Vandir kind of takes the right path, and you watch his cloak pull around him, and from underneath it, wings spread out, a bark shawl over the back of a great eagle as it disappears further into the village. You push down the path, and a few minutes walk to your house if there's any conversation you want to have or things you want to check out on the way, but
I would like to activate my ability Primeval Awareness.
Mm.
I just want to see 1 mile from us if there's any aberration, celestial dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
You get elemental, certainly. There is a sense of fey here. Not in the sense that there is a single creature that is highly fey, but just that there are kind of fey-touched folks here, that there is a bit of fey magic running through a few of these individuals that are a little higher tuned to it, and something else kind of fey-inclined in this space. That's all that you get.
Is it similar to the spirit from Bloomgrove that we rescued and in it and Vibe?
Not really.
Okay.
This just seems to be more of almost like a mist that just seems to encompass certain parts of the town.
Interesting. Well, that's going to mess with my ability to sense creatures then. So a place has feyish aura.
Onwards.
Yeah, I'm following you.
All right. You continue down the dirt path here, past a few buildings, and eventually come to the hardwood exterior and the slightly ajar door of the Velstrom household.
Oh man.
How many family members do you have?
So obviously my father, my mother. I have a younger brother and a youngest sister. As I slowly push the door open whilst knocking.
Come in,
Hello.
Yorna, as you see an individual kind of round the hallway that looks very much like a reflection of Yorna, the slightly older woman, but you can see that crease marks have formed, wrinkles on her face from a life of having a subtle smile at all times. Her hair is the same stark platinum white as Yorna's, but is longer and pulled in a braid down her front. She's wearing similarly green robes with like a brown shawl over the top. And you can see her hands are covered with splotches of colored pigments.
I hope I'm not bothering you.
You brought friends.
I did. We actually came here on business, but my friend here.
She like marches down the hallway and gives you a big hug. Yes. Whatever the reason, it's good to see you.
Likewise, likewise.
Yes. I'll get some tea on and we can have a bit of a conversation.
That sounds great. But before that, I'd best introduce
Of course.
Lily
hello.
and Strider.
Nice to meet you.
Liliana Velstrom, Yorna's mother.
Oh man.
A pleasure. It's nice to see some new faces from the city. Right, come through into the living room and we'll have a seat.
As she walks out, I'll lean over to Leah. I'm like, I guess Yona gets her hair from her mom and not trauma or potions
Wait, your hair is from trauma?
and potions.
I'm more focused on the trauma part.
Potions equal.
I'm more focused.
Have you tasted my potions?
I don't think I have.
You don't want to. You might need to at some point. We'll see.
You just said no, like I shouldn't, right?
No, like it's disgusting, but I might need to heal you at some point.
Does it taste good? No. What does it taste like?
Do you realize that I use dragon's blood?
So like irony?
Sure. I'll let her think about that one.
As you kind of walk down the hallway here, you can see most of the doors are open. There's definitely a bit of a sense of safety in this community. And walking past on your right, you can see a small kitchen, which has dozens of drying herbs and tea leaves and things that are laid out, meats that are being cured. Off to your left, as you're walking past, you can see a room that is very large for what it is, set up with all manner of easels with canvases on them. This entire room, the walls of it are lined with paintings of familiar landscapes from the surrounding area, some very intricately painted portraits, and a few paintings that seem a little more abstract, of kind of more vibrant landscapes that have been imagined. A small paint studio here in the house, most of which seem very artfully crafted, and a few seem a little bit more rudimentary. As you continue to push through into the living room, you can see a big animal skin rug underneath a coffee table, a brick fireplace built into the back of the building. Nice looking seating and chairs around the coffee table. Liliana calls out from the kitchen. Goes, have a seat. I'll just bring some water to the boil and I'll be with you in a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys have a lovely home. It's very homey, I guess is the correct term to say.
It's very nice.
Very big.
Jasmine or chamomile?
Jasmine, please.
You know what I like.
Just whatever people are having, less of a hassle.
A few moments go by, and eventually Liliana comes back out with what look like some small tartlets that have fresh berries on top, and some cups of tea, and sets them on the table. Kind of sets herself up on one of the chairs. Goes, so, what's the story? What's the occasion?
Well, not the greatest of occasions. A lot has happened in Argentum and actually Bloom Grove as well. I ask you to keep it to yourself, though. It's select few people seem to know, and I don't want to cause panic, but things aren't looking great, so we're going to be talking with Father and the other council members about it, which is why we are here. And some other things as well, but mostly just business. And I met these two before all of that happened, and we became acquainted, and we have had some adventures together. They're a very capable bunch. I enjoy their company a lot.
We did just meet randomly, then get hired to track down stuff, and then it just kind of keep keep happening.
What pulls you into our shit, as you put it?
Well, I have a stake in making sure that the city and the forest stays protected.
And we're dealing with a really dangerous foe, and we could really use all the help we can get.
Well, it's good to have you helping Yorna. She's not alone at the very least.
I do hate to cut to the point, but like this wound is a bitch.
We
Oh!
are specifically here for your healing expertise.
Right, yes, of course. I'll go grab my herbs. I'll be back in just a moment.
Sorry, I got carried away with
No, it's
meeting up
fine.
with my mother
It's just-
again.
Just not closing.
It's just getting more and more infected by the minute.
I appreciate that it's herb-based healing. That's a bit more to my style.
She disappears into the kitchen for a few moments. Then you see her walk through the hallway into the art studio, pull out a few things.
I want to yell out a question to her while she's grabbing her stuff.
Yeah.
I noticed those paintings on the wall. Did they happen to be off the Fey realm? They seem very abstract landscape, but it also seems like it comes from a thought or an image.
I draw my inspirations from all over.
Fair enough.
She comes out a moment later with a pouch of herbs and a small, rather ornate-looking box. And kind of sets them down on the table, opens the box up, and there are small pouches inside. She opens one up, and you can see the glinting of crushed precious metals, or precious stones, I should say. She puts some herbs into the pouch and kind of, as she's infusing those herbs into it, a faint green gold glow seems to emanate from her hands, and she will place the hand on the wound. Breathe in. And you feel a sharp pain shoot through your body as she casts Greater Restoration, which will bring you back up to a maximum of 59 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, that will bring you back up to a maximum of 60 hit points, I do believe.
Yes.
Let me double check
Oh, it
that.
lifts curse?
It doesn't lift it, but it might be able to. I'll just double check that before you get too excited.
I'm really excited to be back to 59.
59 is good.
Call me Buff Strider.
We finally made it. No, Greater Restoration will bring you back up to 60.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well, I honestly feel better than what I started the day with, so whatever you did worked wonders. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Thank you.
I'll give her a cloth of the blood that was on my wound. Wipe her hand.
Thank you. Well, it's unfortunate circumstance, but at least you're here. We haven't heard much from Bloomgrove. What's
Well,
the matter?
and I trust you keep this to yourself. Do you know of a being called a night hag?
You see this very cold look cross your mother's face. A recognition that you haven't seen before. Yes.
Well, it has wreaked complete havoc at Bloomgrove. You wouldn't recognize the place. It looks so withered and dead, and everyone's gone. Everyone disappeared. Yeah.
Lots of demonic creatures about, and some of the villages like Garver are being slightly controlled.
She got to the elders.
Yes.
One remains, Yinlin. She's alright. For now.
Good.
Last we saw her.
And they got Ravafiel as well.
Mm.
Damn. You're speaking with the council today?
Yes.
Good.
That is probably also why you are getting the fiends around these parts now. I think they're coming down from Bloomgrove.
Of course.
But, yeah, and so actually we came here because we need to track down
Another hag.
another hag, the Boer hag, in the Fey realm.
Yes.
I'm hoping that the council or some druid folk can send us to the Fey realm, get a cure.
Yeah, we're being cursed by sleep demons.
And find a way to defeat this night hag.
I can tell you now, getting you there will be one mission. Getting the permission of the council will be what requires the most effort.
I figured as much. It's not quite a typical request, and it comes with a lot of risks, but...
And what's the council like? I assumed, I don't know much about this place, but everyone seems pretty happy and wanting to keep danger out, and the only way to find the hag is to find someone that knows where her coven is.
Well, I don't know how my father might react to it, but I know Leonin might not be so keen.
Leonin will likely try to deny the idea, and Umu will prioritize safety, so it will be a difficult challenge to persuade them.
Well, I hope you guys have some inspiring words.
Well, I can convince them that that at least you'll have me, which is a shit ton of information about fey creatures and demons in my head.
Well, I am hoping that just you being so knowledgeable about it might sway the decision, but...
As well as, there's no risk to the village, and Because we're the ones putting our lives in danger by going.
Well, I don't know what the process is of sending us there. Or, in fact, getting us back out.
A question for you. Has anyone been sent there before? Through your guys' means?
It has been done a few times.
And was it to deliver the hag to the Feywild?
That is ancient history. Hard to tell whether we actually had a hand in that or not, but when the need has arisen, means have been employed to get individuals there.
Because we met with the one that helped the hag get to the Feywild.
Drofentor. Maybe that name rings a bell.
It's ringing bells, haven't met personally.
He's the reason we even came up with the idea of going to the Feywild.
Well, we do also have two of our own also afflicted with this curse back at Argentum. So I did tell them I would come back with a cure.
This curse exactly, what is it? If you know.
Yeah, our wounds can't close.
Nightmares.
It allows her to seep into our dreams and put false images. And I believe if we have enough of them, and we'll become under her control potentially as well.
It just exhausts us to the point of madness.
Right. If you would permit me, I would come with you to see the council.
Oh, yes. I thought you was going to say to the Feywild. I was like, oh. Yes, I mean, I would definitely appreciate the help. This is very important.
At that moment, as you're about to speak, you see her kind of cold, analytical demeanor kind of lift for a moment as she looks up to her left. And at the top of the staircase that runs up behind the living room here, you can see another individual kind of peeking their head down. You can see the familiar kind of lighter, desaturated brown hair somewhere between Vander's dark brown and Liliana's stark white. And a bit of a dress and flowy overtop. Rosa peeking her head down. Hi.
Rosa!
Yeah, kind of walking down the stairs, kind of holding onto the guardrail, kind of looks around into the room. Hi.
This is my youngest sister.
I'll open my eyes and look at it.
She kind of like clutches to the guardrail a bit.
These are my friends. Strider and Lily.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How old are you?
Rude.
No, I'm just curious how young your siblings are compared to her.
18.
Ah, nice.
A few weeks ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
That's why I was here for her birthday.
Oh,
Mother, can I go through into the... Yes, you can go into the studio, darling. She kind of like pushing against like the side of the hallway to maintain distance from the group, kind of ducks into the studio. Sorry about her. She gets shy with unfamiliar guests.
it's understandable. We're not... Well, Lily's approachable. I'm not really, so I can...
Everyone has their quirks.
Well, actually, we're more close to her age than we are to yours.
Pardon?
We're more close to her age than we are to yours.
I know, it's interesting to think about it
Yeah.
that way.
Right. When are you meeting?
An hour. I don't know how long we've been here.
Probably get ready to move then.
All right.
Um,
Where's Dalton? He's out and about?
He's been helping with the patrols. No doubt he'll be working himself to the bone.
Okay. I would like to see him before we go.
Of course. I'm sure he'll be around. As soon as he catches word, he'll be back.
Perfect.
I have another question on the subject of the Feywild.
Yeah.
What have been the other reasons to send people, if you can share that? I just want to make a precedent as we mention why we should.
The information is not necessarily mine to give freely, but when the grove has come under great enough threat, sometimes it has been necessary to get supplies, information, or aid.
Does the person to give that the hag?
Potentially, but resources can come from many places.
We just don't have a way of, if we, let's say, get there, we don't really have a way of finding her. I could attempt some tracking. I can sense fey creatures, but there'll be probably way too much for me to even pinpoint.
If you get the council's blessing, I'm sure that the information that we have will be made available to you.
Alright.
Alright, let's go make our points then and hope for the best.
Oh, this might help then, and I'll unwrap my pack, and I'll just put this in my bag and have my pack showing.
What is that?
Pack with a dryad. Gotta kill the night hag.
Let's go.
What was the Savoie like? Like, what was her attitude towards it?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, she's just like, dumbass. 12.
25.
25. That was a... Well, they can't turn back now.
Yeah.
So I did it. Yeah.
Okay. Liliana kind of walks with the group down the street, kind of waving and having brief conversation with a few individuals that are walking by as the evening sunset is now kind of cresting the ridge behind, casting a golden light over most of the village here. A few fireflies starting to flutter their way around as you make your way back to the Titan's Hand. As you get within distance there, standing at the base of the steps in conversation, you can see Vandir standing there with two others who are dressed in identical embroidered green robes. The bark shawls of the grand oak are laid over their shoulders, one of which appears to be a wood elven male. This blonde hair that falls down his back, kind of darker tan olive complexion. Aged, but still youthful. The kind of age lines that an elf gets when they reach their 3rd or 4th century. And standing next to him is kind of hunched back, head kind of pulled up from this very uncomfortable looking, constant standing position. A shell on their back, a female turtle who looks wise in her years and as old as the elf standing there conversing with Vandir.
I would take a guess and say that the eldest.
Pretty good guess.
As you all approach, Vandir turns to look in your direction, gives a bit of a nod, and before long, Leonin and Umu both have turned to face your group. And as you approach the elders of Woodend, awaiting counsel, seeking passage to the Fae and their blessing to grant access. We'll end the session there and pick up with your council meeting
Hunter's Mark.
next week.
Everyone think about what they're gonna say.